One of the most serious environmental issues is the amount and technique of waste disposal. In the Kurdistan region, 7,500 tons of waste are collected every day. If you pile them up, you'd have a 16-story building. 50% of garbage is food waste, 35% is plastic waste, which takes millennia to degrade and is passed down generation after generation. The question is, how to reduce trash and get rid of those waste buildings. Waste recycling has received minimal attention in the Kurdistan region. Garbage is primarily buried or burned, both of which are extremely damaging to the ecosystem. So decreasing waste is the best strategy. Plastic bags, which take a long time to degrade, are one of the environmental issues. When you go to the market, you will be given multiple plastic bags. Let's see how many plastic bags they hand out. As previously stated, plastic bags are considered environmental enemies. Nonetheless, because they are inexpensive, when you go to a market, even for a tiny item, they will offer you 2 plastic bags. They believe they are helping you, yet they are actually harming the environment. In 2015, the United Kingdom decided to impose a price on plastic bags. At first, it was 5 pence, which was not expensive, but it reduced plastic bag usage. Then they increased it to 10 pence. According to the activists, the rate of plastic usage have fallen by 98% in 2023. As a result, putting a price on plastic bags could be an appropriate solution. I'll go to the governorate to see whether they can implement such a policy.
There are some projects that are being coordinated. To reduce plastic, the government ought to implement higher taxes on plastic manufacturing plants.
One of the reasons for excessive use of plastic bags is their low cost, and marketplaces provide plenty of bags for free. Do you believe that putting a price on it would reduce its use? For example, 2 to 3 plastic bags cost 250 dinars.
We pushed customers and bakers to use paper bags instead of plastic bags 4 years ago, and we encouraged them a lot. Regarding your suggestion, I believe that plastic production factories should pay money to be spent on the environment, and I appreciate your suggestion. We may present it to the government.
Another issue is pollution in the suburbs and outside of cities, including picnic spots. I noted that there are no trash cans in the picnic areas.
We collaborated with various environmental organizations, particularly the Aviar organization, to distribute brochures to picnickers. On the brochures, we advise people to return their trash back to avoid pollution. Because municipalities cannot collect rubbish in hundreds of locations, it is easier for each family to bring their waste back.
One of the most common types of plastic trash is disposable tablecloths. According to the Kurdistan Region Statistic Office, the Kurdistan region has 1.15 million families. If each family uses 1.5 meters of disposable tablecloths per day, the total equals to 1725 kilometers. That implies we can set up disposable tablecloths along the Duhok-Istanbul road every day. There is a lot of plastic debris not only in cities, but also outside of cities and picnic spots. It is worth noting that most picnic areas do not have waste containers, where people may throw away their trash, so they either burn it or leave it in the place. The Erbil Environmental Office's Director of Awareness and Information, Leila Mohammed, expressed concern over the situation of the picnic spots and stated that they have attempted to maintain those places clean in a variety of ways but have been unable so far. I would appreciate it if you could describe what you have done to protect the environment and raise awareness. As you can see, there are approximately 5 to 6 kilograms of rubbish under each tree, making it impossible to sit beneath them. How have you recommended people to safeguard picnic areas?
Picnickers throw away a variety of trash, including food, glass, and plastic, behind them. Even if they put them in a plastic bag, it won't address the problem if they don't bring them to a waste container, where municipalities can collect them. We must work with authorities to hold those who violate the law accountable.
What do you mean, hold them accountable?
To control the picnic areas, we must work with forestry police, environmental police, and some civil society organizations. It is preferable if police monitor picnic spots to make people feel responsible. And individuals pay a charge to go on picnics and are advised not to leave their trash behind.
We usually blame picnickers for this pollution, but there are no rubbish facilities in this vast area. We should blame the government for this. A picnic area like this, which attracts hundreds of people, lacks waste containers. People may ask, why there are no any containers or any trash cans?
Although it is not within our scope of responsibility, I request that the Environmental Protection Office and municipalities, who are in charge of these locations, offer a large number of waste bins. On the other hand, when I notified Mr. Faizullah, who is in charge of it, he stated that they had provided containers, but they had been stolen.
Were the containers stolen?
It's a shame. Why would they steal them? That is used to collect rubbish and make the job easier.
In the spring, if you go in any direction, you'll find a picnic spot. But what the picnickers leave behind will make you unsatisfied. Consider staying for only one day, yet your footprint may last millennia. This disposable cup, for example, decomposes in 5 to 20 years. Many wastes are plastic, such as disposable plates, spoons, and water bottles. In the past, individuals brought non-disposable dishes and carried them home. But now, everything is disposable, and those polymers take 400 years to degrade. During that time, the plastic could be eaten directly by an animal and accumulate in their body. After we consume the animal, the plastic would be transferred to use, or it would gradually degrade and mix with the soil. Plants would absorb them via their roots, and then some domestic animal would consume it, and it would be transferred to us again. This cycle would repeat for 400 years. Glasses are the worst. They take 5,000 years to degrade. And some types of glasses may take 1,000,000 years. Consider this. You stay somewhere for one day, but your rubbish stays for 1,000,000 years. Who knows what will happen 1,000,000 years from now? Microorganisms break down food waste and restore it to nature, while compounds that cannot be destroyed by microorganisms degrade in the environment. A plastic bag, for example, breaks down into millions of bits and can be found in the soil for hundreds of years. The dangers of plastic do not end there. Plastic enters the food chain and may be passed to humans when eaten by an animal or absorbed by plant roots. Plastic fragments are so small that they can enter the bloodstream and spread throughout the body. We witnessed some animals eating garbage bags and picnickers' food wastes. How would that harm the animal and the person who consumes it?
That is an inappropriate occurrence. It causes some diseases. Animals should not be brought into places where human waste is existing. Plastic garbage, for example, may be ingested by animals and collect in their stomachs, weakening the animal. The animal requires surgery for recovery, and even after 2 years, the animal may die.
This is what we're talking about. See, there's a lot of waste and some picnickers. Let's talk to them about it and see what they say. Hello?
Hello and welcome.
How are you doing? Have you eaten your breakfast?
We ate breakfast and a light lunch because we were making meat skewers and kebabs for dinner.
I don't see any disposable dishware.
We have disposable dishware, they are here.
What are you going to do with these? Will you toss them away?
No, we will not throw them away. Instead, we will collect them and burn them.
In the same location?
Yes, we came here last week, and I collected and burned the rubbish there.
Do you have any complaints?
I hope people would treat this place as if it were their home. One who pollutes here is also unclean at home.
Do you normally clean up before returning home?
If I don't return to the same location, someone else will. They would curse me if I left the area polluted. That depends on one's personality.
We collect waste in plastic bags in areas where municipalities can access it, and they will pick it up.
That means municipalities should collect them.
Otherwise, if we are in the villages, we'll burn some of it and dump the rest.
Do you light a coal fire?
Yes, we do, and we stay close to the fire and distinguish it before leaving.
Do you grill meat?
We brought beef and kebabs, of course.
But there's nothing there. No kebabs or meat.
Because they're for dinner.
I believe you hid them from us.
No, you're welcome to join us for dinner.
But now it's time to eat kebabs.
We'll eat them later.
Will you stay here till the end of the night?
Yes, we will stay beyond sunset.
You may recall that people did not typically use disposable dishware. Instead, we brought non-disposable dishes and washed them at home. Which of them is better?
Non-disposable dishes are better for the environment since they can be washed and reused. But some women are lazy, so they use disposable dishware. They throw away the dishes and go home, and some even leave diapers. I've seen 20 diapers at times. You can't even eat there.
It is very simple to clean the environment. However, it has a significant impact. The garbage could end up in the rivers. Do not pollute the environment of animals. Save the environment because it is my future. Avoid throwing it away. We will avoid throwing away.
This is the Haji Bai's picnic spot. I've been here before and it was filthy, so we decided to clean it up. Let's get started. You gathered a lot of trash, Dashin.
Yes, of course.
How many plastic bags have you collected?
Actually, I haven't gathered much. This is the second one.
How did you manage to collect such a lovely group? How could you teach them to be environmentally conscious?
We teach them in schools, and during the summers we provide them the opportunity to practically clean a location. And we teach them about the negative consequences of garbage on nature, animals, humans, air, and water. At the same time, we teach kids teamwork and volunteering. With every piece of trash they collect, they have a greater understanding of the negative effects of waste. The children are so sincere. If they had trained well with movies, books, and worksheets, the children would feel responsible. In terms of action, after teaching them, we plant trees and clean up the areas around the school. If you are able to educate kids about the environment and its impact on our lives, you won't have to tell them what to do. Instead, they'll tell you what to do because they feel responsible.
Let us see what Heza and Payam do. I saw you were instructing the children. What was the purpose of that?
Before cleaning the cities outside, we prepared some boards. The boards explain how waste can harm the environment.
So, how about you? What did you teach them?
We began filming videos regarding environmental awareness programs, PAM. The picnickers threw their trash, which is extremely detrimental to the ecosystem. The film explains about the environment and the harmful impacts of garbage, as well as the disadvantages of plastic and the reasons for their non-degradability.
What are the most common types of waste you collect? Is it made of plastic, glass, or another material?
Plastics are the most frequent. Disposable dishware and glasses are also available.
Disposable tablecloths, dishes.
The picnickers threw their trash, which is extremely detrimental to the ecosystem.
Every year, more than 2 billion tons of waste are discarded. The problem is not solved by burning or burying such vast amounts of garbage. Recycling and reusing garbage is the most effective choice.